All right, everybody, excited to bring in Kansas City Chiefs center, former Oklahoma Sooner, Big 12 offensive lineman of the year twice, and I have to say this, Mr. Crain Humphrey. I love interviewing centers because they're typically the smartest person on the team. If you took me out of a locker room and said, Jake, you have to get a football player to do your taxes, I would go straight to the offensive line room and find the center. But Creed, I appreciate you joining us.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for having me.
Well, I want to start off. I want to ask you, obviously, the Senior Bowl. We're here. You coming back. Just what it means to you to be back here, and you've seen your career blossom coming out from Oklahoma. And what did it mean for your career?
The Senior Bowl was huge for me, definitely. It was my first time, really getting to meet teams and stuff, getting interviews with them, start building relationships, things like that. Obviously, getting to go against such great talent throughout, the country. You're going against the best guys going in the draft, really. So, it was a huge deal for me. And just coming in, being able to prove to myself that, I can hang with everybody and do everything the right way, it was a big opportunity.
Now, playing center again, you played for Lincoln Riley at Oklahoma. Schematically a witch, 100%. He does a great job. But going to the NFL, there is no more class. There is no recruiting. It's all ball. Being a guy that helps make the checks and calling out who the mic is or who you think the hot linebacker is on the blitz, how much more in-depth is it in the NFL from what you are seeing and having to adjust to as opposed to college?
Yeah, luckily, at Oklahoma, they had me doing all that stuff throughout my whole career. So I was experienced in doing it. I'm used to doing it. So when I got to the NFL, it wasn't too much different for me, to be honest. Obviously, teams, can disguise things better, so you got to be able to start getting down to really more detailed stuff about it. But, whenever you kind of understand how to do it already, when you've been doing it for 4 years before you even get to the league, it makes it just a little bit easier to transition into.
Yeah. So I'm going to kick it to my buddy Cone here to the left, but I got to ask you this. I made a promise to myself the first time I get a Chiefs offensive lineman on, I'm going to ask him. And you just happen to play center, which is great. Yeah. We all have a clock in our head, right? When we're playing, quarterbacks have a clock, everybody has a clock. With a guy like Patrick Mahomes that extends the play for so long, how many times have you thought the clocks ran out on the play and he's still out there spinning and twirling and throwing it 80 yards?
Yeah, when you're blocking for Pat, you kind of throw the clock out the window.
There you go.
That. So for me, I just try to block until I hear the whistle now. But he's so good at extending plays, so good at being able to make people miss and get his guys open in the routes and things like that. He does such an awesome job with that. So it's really fun to protect for him. It's really fun to play with him. He's a great talent, so he's very elite. That's the only way you can describe him.
Do you give any help for putting ketchup on a steak?
No, I didn't.
Smart man. Smart man. Don't piss off the quarterbacks. They got the best
I don't want to step on any toes.
That's exactly. Smart centers. I told you guys. It speaks for itself.
Smart
Go
guy.
ahead, Cone. You got it, dog.
Look, I want to ask about one of your other quarterbacks, one of my Michigan brothers, Chad Henne. You got any good Chad Henne stories? He's going to be coming on the show soon.
Yeah.
We need some good stories here.
Yeah, Chad's just a great guy. He's been in the league for so long. He's such a veteran. He understands so many things, so experienced. So, he's been a tremendous help too, just kind of asking him different things, and he's been able to help me a lot. So having a guy like Chad around has been awesome for me, yeah.
No doubt, and it's good when you have a backup quarterback of his capabilities to be able to step in like he had to do a couple seasons ago for you guys. But let's go to college football real quick and talk about Oklahoma. New head coach coming in. What are you expecting from the Sooners this season?
Yeah, I'm really excited about the new coaching staff that came in, and we were able to keep a lot of the coaches on offense that stuck around, so that's a good thing too. But yeah, just with Coach Venables and the guys he's brought in, they have so much passion for coaching, so much passion, for helping these guys become, young kids to adults and really just grow them up as not only players but people. So that's huge in my book, and I'm really excited to see what he does. And obviously he's a great defensive mind too. So he's going to be awesome to be at Oklahoma, and I'm just really excited for the future.
No doubt.
17 starts last year. Is there something in this offseason that you walked into that you really focused on that you wanted to improve?
Yeah, there's always, small details, things like that you always can improve on. And, I'm my hardest critic. So there were definitely a few things, as far as lateral quickness, just confidence in making the calls, being able to get everybody on the same page, have that leadership ability out there, being the center. So different things like that I worked on, and just, being up in OTAs, we have, everybody up there. So that was good for us. We got to keep building relationships and keep growing our chemistry, things like that across the offensive line. So, I'm really excited for the season. I'm really excited to see, what this offensive line, what this offense can do.
What are you going to think about the Oklahoma Sooners might be in the SEC in a couple of years?
Yeah, I'm excited about it for sure, yeah. Oklahoma is such a prestigious program, and now they're going into, the SEC, which is, the best of the best in college football right now. So, we get to be playing great teams, week in and week out, and I'm really excited about it.
Yeah. Well, Creed, man, this is great. I appreciate you coming on, my
course.
friend. Congrats on all the success. Going to
Thank
be
you.
rooting for you this upcoming season.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it. If you like that content, go ahead and subscribe because we're going to be balling every day on Crain and Company. Hit that like button while you're at it and go ahead and smash it like Derrick Henry on an ISO run.